Nice. So in the last class, we talked about this file here, basically how to show and hide things. And we also talked about a really important thing that is the unit of measurement. If you didn't see the last class, get back there because it's really important to work inside the 3ds Max on the right scale, okay? That is in centimeters. The same as Unreal, that is in centimeters as well, okay? Cool. Another important thing is that to prepare this file to send to Unreal, it's really important to keep it organized, okay? We'll see in Unreal classes that Unreal is basically a Windows. You know, you can segment by folders, subfolders, rename. There are the correct names that you can give to the objects. We will see it soon, don't worry about it. But it's really important always to work in an organized way because it's really easy to get lost inside Unreal. Everything is very similar. There are a lot of objects, a lot of files. We access a lot of things at the same time. So let's try to work in an organized way. Another important thing of working in an organized way is to export the files to Unreal in a segmented form, which means that I'm not going to send the whole file just in one time because this way the chances of crashing Unreal are gonna be high. So it's good that we send in a segmented form, okay? To do it, we can use here inside the 3ds Max to separate the files in layers. You know, it's gonna be easier to send the files. We can organize ourselves in a better way, and the chances of Unreal crashing are gonna be lower because we are going to organize in a smaller size the files. So let's do it. Let's separate the files in layers. To do it, I'm gonna click right here, Layer Explorer. Oh, it has opened on the other screen. I'm gonna drag it right here. Let me close it. Let me open it again. So I left here disorganized on a purpose way. We're going to organize all of them together, okay? So here we have, if you're not a Brazilian person, you're not going to understand this. For example, parede means wall. And we have some other names here, but don't worry about it, okay? Let's change these names here and let's segment all the files, okay? So working with layers inside the 3ds Max, it's gonna be very similar in this Photoshop or some other softwares. When the eye is opened, I'm seeing this layer. When it's closed, I'm not seeing, okay? Inside this layer. So look at this. The things, they aren't in the correct place. So the walls, it didn't erase all the walls. The slabs, the same things, frames ripped. There is nothing here. So let's organize all of it. Okay, it's really interesting to work in an organized way. So let's get started. First thing, we can put everything inside the default. We can erase all of the incorrect layers. Let's get started. Let's do it. Let's select all the project, clicking and dragging. Right? Look at this. This layer here, it's in blue. So I click on it. I can click both of them. That means that the layer that I'm selecting, that is selected, if I do something here, or if I create something here, or anything here, this object will create inside this layer, okay? So this layer here is going to select where I'm going to copy things. So let's select this default, let's click on it, and after let's click right here, because this button is going to add to the active layer, okay? Look at this, if I click here, this layer is active. So I click right here, and that's gonna add the objects to this layer. If I click here and click here, that's going to add the objects into this layer, okay? Yeah. Look, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna show it that the things aren't in the other layer anymore, okay? Right button, unhide all. Look at this, there's nothing to show. So I just erased the layer, okay? Perfect. All the objects are inside here. Control plus Z. Let's do it again. Okay, we got it back. Control plus Z, okay. Look, I had these objects basically in all the layers. So you can see, I can click on it, the lining and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna select everything and I'm gonna put it right here inside the default. Okay, I select it and I click right here, this button that is going to add to the active layer. Okay, great. The objects aren't in the other layers anymore. I just don't know why we still have these little arrows here, but we're gonna check that out soon. Okay, so now that we don't have anything on these layers, I'm gonna erase the main layer. Okay, look at this. Let's delete it. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Right button, delete. Right button, delete. Right button, delete. You can select more than one. Delete. Okay. I can only delete if I don't have anything inside the layer. Okay. When I have this little arrow, I have something. So let's delete the other. Delete. Right button, delete. Great. Let's see what else we have. These three layers that we have that weren't deleted because we still have the little arrow here. Let me see what we have here. Lighting and lights. We don't have this object, so it's a false object. We don't have this, so we can delete it. Now we don't have the little arrow, so delete it. Let me see this. Ripped. We don't have the object, so let's delete it. Right button and delete it. Right button, delete it. And the furniture, well, we don't have this, so let's select both and let's delete it. Okay, Control plus the other one we selected. Let's select both and delete it. Okay, right button, delete it. Cool. Now I just have this layer default. Great, that's what we need. Let's get started to organize all the layers. Perfect. Great. Let's get started here with the textures that I used as references to model the project. I'm going to select more than one. Right button, isolate selection. Okay. When I click here, I only see the selections. Okay. I just see what I selected. Right button, unhide all, and I can do it again. Okay. Let's select the textures here that I used to create this project. Then we can create a layer for them. Let's do it right now. Select this, this, and this. We can click here. Let's create new layer. Now I'm not gonna add, I'm gonna create. So let's click here. Yeah, we just created a new layer. Let's call it project. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Look at this. So I can erase the project, you know, so we just erased it. Let's see it like this. We have another layer here. Let me verify this. Right button, isolate selection, so that I can only see the object that I selected. Okay, it's part of the project that I used to model. So let's add this layer here. Do you remember that? Click here so that I can activate the layer. Okay, I select the object. Let me make it smaller, and I want to add to the active layer. If that makes sense, it's gonna disappear because the layer is erased. Okay, so look at this, it has gone. So let me see. Great, perfect. So now I have the layer, the project. Okay, let's close it. Right button, unhide all, or right button and isolate. Okay, that makes the same thing. Let's keep going, organizing the file. Now let's select the ceiling right here, this one. With the control, I'm going to select the one below, both of them. I'm also going to select this one, this green element. We're using this to simulate the gutter of our house. All of this was ceiling. Okay, I think everything here I can consider ceiling. Plus this element here, control, I can select this as well. Cool. Let's create a layer for this. I'm gonna click right here, create a layer, and I'm gonna call it ceiling. Okay, let's write this ceiling. Great. Let's erase this. Now I can see or not the ceiling. Perfect. Let's keep going. Another element that we can create is the floor. We can select this little sidewalk, indoor floor, outdoor floor, the outdoor area that we're going to put grass on Unreal. You don't have to worry about it now. We have this slided element that looks like an edge. Let's select this swimming pool, the water of the swimming pool, the area underneath the swimming pool. Let's see, everything's there. Let's remove this. Look, I think of floors, I think it's okay. Let's create a layer for this. Create a new layer. Oops, look at this. It has created inside ceiling because ceiling was selected. Click here, Control plus D, select default. The objects were selected. Look at this layer. Floor, yeah. Great. Let's erase this layer. Cool. We are organizing the file. Other objects that we can save are the masonries at the wall. This one, I think we can take this. We can try to take this little woods. We can consider them as walls. Look at this. Let's move it to see what we took. You can see, yeah, great. Let's create a new layer. It's inside floor because it was selected. Let's click right here and Control plus Z, default, create a new layer like this. Rename, wall. Yeah, let's call it wall. Okay, great. Almost done. We missed this wall here. How can we put it here? Let's see if it's active. Select the object. Let's see, verify if it's active, and add to the active layer like this. This one as well. What else? Now we can take the frames. Let's select them right here, or you can try to press Control plus key, but as it was created in a different form, I cannot select everything. So let's select this in an individual form like this. Let's click right here and drag it. Okay, that I can take more than one object. Same thing here, you see, here, here, And I think this one is as well. uh, this is the glass of the bathroom stall. This is from the living room. These two, yeah, I have more. Look at this. We have more this one. I think there are just a few more. Let me see. We have this. Press Ctrl plus Z so that you won't get out of your position. Here, let me see. I think that's it. Oops, there's this one and this one. We can name it frame. Let's create a layer. Let's select this, default, create a new layer. Again, frame. Yeah. Great. I can erase this. Now we're cleaning the file. Next objects are the furnitures. I think it's okay to take this, that, the wardrobes, this one as well. Let me see. I think this is a door. Let me see. We can verify this after. Let's just leave it here. I think this is a furniture. This is a wall. Let me see. We have this one left. Oops. Right here. Let's move it. We have these parts here missing. This one, this one, that one. I think that's it. Let's create a new layer. Oops, inside frame, default, create, and let's call it furniture. Okay, furnitures. Yeah, perfect. And now let's add the other ones, the other furnitures. Active layer, little chairs. Look at this. Let's verify if it was selected. The frames, the layer, furnitures. Oops, but I deselected this, so let's select it. Selected furnitures here and take it to there. The little chairs. The piano bench. Yep. Great. The sink. Oops. I think it's better if we attach these two elements. Okay. Let's click right button here and here. Okay. So we're going to work with polygons. I'm not going to talk in details because this course is not about modeling. But I'm going to explain how we can attach. And inside the 3D Max, it's called a text, okay? So I want to attach this baseboard here. So it's gonna ask if I want to add the ID. ID is a name that we have inside the 3ds Max of the materials. It's a type of identification, okay? Let's suppose inside an object like this, I have a lot of different IDs. We will talk more about it in the material class, but let's talk a little bit about it here. The IDs, it's a way to identify each material that I have inside a modeling, okay? If I have more than one material applied to the same model, I will have multiple materials. And I can identify these materials with a number. This number is the ID, identification number. So the software is asking if while attaching the baseboard to the sink, if I want to keep the ID number. And if I want to assign the ID to the material. Yes, we want. Okay. Cool. Now everything is only one object. Look at this. So it's a furniture. Go to the layer, furnitures. This one as well, I can consider as a furniture, like this. It's basically the cabinet of the kitchen. This one is is a furniture. No, no, it's just a decoration. Okay. We already created a layer for it. It's a furniture. Let me see this one as well. We have this little shower, little faucet. Well, actually, we have two, but we can delete one here. Let's delete this. Let's delete this as well. But it's beautiful, right? Let me see. I don't know which one we can keep, but let's delete this and let's keep this too. Yeah, let's keep this too, and let's send it to the furniture. This sinks also to the furniture. Let's attach this to this. Oops, no, that actually is just a residue from another material, another project. I think this was used as a reference to model. Cool. This one can be a furniture. This one as well. Let's see. This one, it's a decoration, a little table. Okay. This one is a decoration. This one as well. A little food of the table. Cool. Meanwhile, it's okay. Some door of wardrobes. This one, we have to get it back to the scene so that we can see what it is. These two are walls. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, look at this. It's a wall, but it's not on the wall of layer of wall. Okay, so let's set it there. I'm sure this one is a wall as well. Let's set it to there. More frames. Let's send to frames, I think, or maybe doors, but we can consider as frames. Yeah. This is a little wood we can put in wall. That is also a part of it. Oops, I think I sent the little doors to the wrong place. I was supposed to send it to the frame, but I sent it to the wall. Now let's see this frame. Okay, let me turn off the default. There's something lost here. No. Let's just close the wall. This is the decoration. Let's create a decoration. Let's go. Let's create here default. Let's call it. Let me save it. Decoration. Yeah. We have this element. Okay. We have this. It is here like. Let's send it into the frame. Yeah, because I think they were in frame. Deco is empty. So let's put the objects inside decoration. Carpet, this little table, lamp, the faucets. Let me see, this little food here. This sink faucet. This light fixture we can leave with the lamps. I think these are the decoration elements. The layer deco. Let's activate and send it. Close it. Let's see if it went. Yeah, cool. Let's see the objects about illumination. Let's see. Select them. Select as well. That's it. For you that don't know what is a grouped element, it means that I have a lot of different things, objects, and I click on one and it's going to select all of them because they are grouped, and if I see the name, it's a group 66. Okay, when it is in bold, it identifies that this object is grouped. I can keep this way grouped, or I can go here, click here, and ungroup this object. Okay, look at this. So now it's individual. Okay, group, ungroup, and now it's individual. Okay, each one, I can select each one. Let me see if there is more group. No, it's okay. But why do you use the grouping tool? Well, so that we can work in a more organized way. If you pay attention, the light fixtures were grouped, segmented. So now we have the living room light fixtures, office light fixtures, room light fixtures, and here suite light fixtures. So let's group then. It's gonna be easier to work, okay? So let's do it. Group and group. We can call it like spots. Yeah. Spots bedroom. Yeah. Cool. We are organized here. Let's create a layer for this. Let's call it lamp. Great. Let's put the others inside this layer. Okay. Let's see. Lamp. Let's add this. So it's okay. We just add it. Great. We have this other two. Let's add this. This other one on the sink. It's also a light fixture. We will talk about these materials. Don't worry about it now, okay? Great. These three here, they are light fixtures as well. These three. This one is a shower. Let's enter the lamp. And this one, let's enter decoration, the shower. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We have these three. These three squares, like rectangles. These are doors. For example, of the closet. Of one of the closets. So let's send it to the frame. I think that makes sense. Yeah, great. Cool. Great. Our file now is clean. Yeah, I basically just have the cameras, the physical cameras inside the default. Okay, I just have these. But you're probably wondering, I have the cameras, I click on it, I select them, but I cannot see them. Why can't I see them? Well, because I set in the software max that I don't want to see the cameras. So how can I say that I want? So I click here, display, and I want to hide by category. I want to hide, for example, lights or cameras and cameras. Yeah, look at this. You can see this. So I have the cameras here, and I can choose display. And I can show what I want to show just by clicking on it, the objects, okay? So I want to hide the cameras. So I just click on it, okay? If I want to hide the shapes, I just click on it. Lights, cameras, okay? So I can choose. I can, for example, delete the cameras. We won't use it, okay? Let's create the cameras on Unreal. That way, my default is with anything, okay? All the objects that were here now, they are separated in the other stuff, for example, walls, just walls, okay? Project, lamp, look, furnitures, frame, floor, decoration, look at this, and ceiling. Interesting, right? Cool. Perfect. Some elements that are missing, for example, some holes, don't worry about it. We will add them on Unreal, okay? There are a lot of things that we're going to make inside Unreal, okay? I'm gonna finish this class where we learned how to create and organize the layers. That way, it's going to be easier and organized to send to Unreal, okay? The files to Unreal. I'm gonna finish this class, okay? See you in the next class.